Bro, this be your boy Eddie Cool, and welcome to another episode of your favorite sports podcast, none other than the Sports Bros podcast. Shout out to everyone that's watching us on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, and on Twitch. And I just updated the link tree a few days ago to add the our Twitch channel link on there. So go ahead and check us out on there as well too. I think the video plays all day, all the time, nonstop rotation. It doesn't stop. So which means you can listen to us while you're at work, while you're cleaning your house, or doing whatever you want to do. You now have access to the Sports Bros podcast. I don't want to hear now. I don't know where to find y'all at. I don't know where y'all at. Look, click that damn lick tree link and quit acting like this. Just can you please? But anyways, enough of my incoherent rambling. I have two of the best co-hosts in the world. Introducing first, and he's back like bad breath in the morning after his baseball foray. He is the one, the only, the money man, Scotty D. I'm gonna flip it up. I'm gonna flip it up. Be like, I know, I got you. I got you.
Uh,
I'm just so happy to have him back. That's all. I'm just so happy to have him back.
uh,
That's all.
let's get it started. Let's
Hey,
get it started.
in here.
I wasn't sure what I was going to sing, and then I'm going to put on the spot. So let's get it started. I am back. Yeah, I'm back from the Pony League World Series. Quite an experience. The city of Washington hosts the 14-year-old league, Pony League, every year in August, and it is this year is 6 teams from the United States, 2 from Pennsylvania, 1 from Texas, California, Michigan, and New York, and then there were 4 teams from overseas. We had a team from Colombia, Mexico, Italy, and Chinese Taipei, who would become the champions after losing their first game. They had to win 6 straight in order to become the Pony League World Champions. So they played 7 games, and what an experience watching these. If you're a baseball purist, this Chinese Taipei team was something to watch. Just fundamental baseball, bunts, hitting for average. Couple guys put them over the fence. Don't make errors. Play smart baseball. Every time, any player from their team stepped up to the plate, they turned and grabbed the tip of their cap and acknowledged the umpire, which was a really cool thing that each and every one of them did. And there was a camera shot that we had during one of our productions. One of the kids came around. There was a bases loaded to hit and 2 runs scored. And the third kid was coming home, and you could see the other 2 players and the kid on the on deck circle all like get it, telling him to get down. They're all crouched down, and he slides in home plate, safe, beats the tag, and just the joy on their faces. I was like, that's what baseball is all about. China's like our mortal enemy, but these kids were kids playing baseball, and it was beautiful to watch, and just to see the excitement and joy from these kids just playing ball, having a good time. And it was a real pleasure for me. I got to spend 6 days, 18 games in a press box, which was a little grueling at times, but it was a great time, and I was real thrilled to be able to spend time with my mentor Lanny Fratteri, the great Pirates announcer in the press box, and overall just a wonderful experience. So, shout out to the Pony League World Series! Can't wait to do it again next year. Be live. Do I introduce you now since I get introduced, or does this go back to Eddie? Then here, how's this work?
Got that. I
How's
got that.
how's this work?
Scotty D, what it was? I'll tell you why I'm out of turn. Number one, I'm tired. Didn't sleep too great last night, and I was so happy to hear about your Pony League World Series. I was just so happy to hear about that because I was seeing the updates. I'm gonna ask Scott about that. And in my thought process, it just said shoot, 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 switch it around, and that's what happened.
And I
But
dropped the ball because I should have said, "What's happening? What's going on in the world today?" And then Be Live would have sang.
no, we'll save that for the man down there in Fayetteville, North Carolina, manning this ship and trying his best to keep it on the track as much as he possibly can. He is the almighty P-Live.
What's happening? What's going on in the world today? First, I would like to report that after Scotty D's introduction today, he is no longer allowed to say anything about me taking up too much time. All right. Woo.
Well, I gave you a whole hour and a half last week. I took 0 time last week.
Oh man, and I assure you, We had a good time without. I'm just playing with you. Shoot,
Mm.
my pepper point was about you. My third and final pepper point. What happened was about you. It was about your organization, the Dallas Cowboys, and it just felt wrong with you not being there. But I did show you the video, and I hope that you did enjoy that. And for all of the Dallas Cowboy fans out there, yes, I meant exactly what I said. I said what I said. I'm getting my popcorn ready to eat.
Hey, look, I appreciate you thinking of me, and I know for the people that watched last week, it's like watching the Rolling Stones without Mick Jagger, but you guys still got through it and moved on. So thank you for minding the store while I was away.
I just wanted to let you know that Jerry Jones did his job. He wanted more ratings. He got more ratings. I'm going to be watching just to see the show. But yes, let's talk about it because, man, preseason football, and you know how much enthusiastic we are when it comes to the NFL. Talk to us, Eddie Cool. Yes, sir.
All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. The top of the order.
All right, let's get this thing started. Here it is, the top of the order.
All right, as B Live alluded to, I like using that word alluded to or mentioned earlier, it's preseason football. Yeah, NFL, it is definitely in the house. Let's see, that goes along with high school football, which in some parts of the country has already started. Up here in Northeast Ohio, it starts on the 21st, actually, because there's a few Thursday night games scattered all across the state. And of course, college is not too far away as well. Let's go ahead and talk about the big boys, the pros, where all the other guys aspire to be. So, fellas, let's take a look at the AFC, the American Football Conference. So we're gonna do a little something like this. So are we gonna predict the division winners and then the overall conference winner? Are we doing that today? Are we doing that today?
And the wild cards.
And the wild
So,
cards?
sounds good to me. Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. You know what? We'll do that. We'll do that. All right. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the AFC East. Is it Buffalo and everybody else? I don't even know. Is this even a conversation worth having?
There's a little excitement in New England, just a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
And I mean, do we do it a lot just because it sort of dismisses itself when it comes to the health of Tua Tagovailoa.
mm,
But when you got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on the same team, you see there's enough room for optimism there.
mm.
But at the end of the day, like it is this enough of a conversation to be had. But yes, I agree with you that it is the Buffalo Bills division to win. And yeah, that's about it. I just want to, I got to
Yeah,
stir up the conversation at least.
and
Can't
that's
just
good. Yeah, that's good. It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm just over just writing off everybody. I'm like, hey, it reminds me of the when the Patriots reigned supreme in the AFC East for all these years. I'm like, oh, there's the Patriots and then there's everybody else. But now it's the Bills and everybody else. But like you said, Be Live. For Tua, man, the best ability is availability, and hasn't been able to do that over the last handful of years. Scotty D, AFC East. What say you?
Yeah, as I look at the entire AFC, I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of transition as opposed to the NFC, which there'll be. There's always some surprises. Always some team emerges and plays better, or someone comes out of nowhere and grabs a playoff spot, plays well, has a good season, like Washington did a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's happening in the AFC East. It's Bills.
Okay, Bills. All right, so I'm taking notes this time, y'all. All right, so all three of the sports bros, we agree on the Bills Mafia, and hell no, we're not about to go through no damn tables. All right, we're gonna go from the East, we're gonna go all the way out west. Scotty D, who should win the AFC West? But didn't they say the Denver Broncos, the much improved Denver Broncos, they could be nipping at the heels of the Kansas City Chiefs? What say you?
I'm looking at totalprosports.com, and they have the Broncos picked to win the division
Ooh.
over the Chiefs. They do. They
Yeah.
have the Broncos 12-5, Chiefs 11-6, and Chargers 9-8. I am not ready to crown the Broncos yet. They took a big step last year, but they beat a lot of bad teams along the way. That makes you a better team, but not a really good team. I think the Broncos have a chance to be a really good team. I don't think they finish above the Chargers or the Chiefs. I'm still riding the Chiefs until somebody decisively nudges Patrick Mahomes out of the top spot. They are the class of the NFL.
Be live.
Well,
What say you?
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like now, you look at Kansas City Chiefs team that you get Rashee Rice back, along with Xavier Worthy, with Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco. And this is the same Kansas City Chiefs team that went to the Super Bowl, and you add a piece to the offense. Now, with that being said, I believe that the Broncos and the Chargers have improved since last season. So I'm going to. I thought about it. I thought about changing who was going to win, but I still think it's going to be Kansas City. I'm just going to go ahead and just predict it. I'm not going to do one of my wild takes and pick another one of those teams. Now, I will say this though: Kansas City Chiefs will win the division. I'm also putting the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers in on the playoffs. So the Chiefs win the division, Broncos and Chargers make it into the wild card.
Okay. All right, so so the AFC wild card, there's the Broncos, and from the looks of it, I'm gonna say the same thing to Kansas City. It's a clean sweep with Kansas City. I think the Broncos and Chargers, they will challenge. They won't win, but they will challenge the Kansas City Chiefs in the division. It won't be a cakewalk, you know what I'm saying? Because as we say, both teams will improve. You got Bo Nix at the helm for the Broncos. That defense look good as well too, and also on top of that, you got a much improved Chargers. I think the only thing that may affect them is the loss of Rashawn Slater during the season, for because he suffered a season-ending injury during training camp. So we'll see how that plays into as the season progresses. All right. So the Sports Bros right now in the East, we say the Bills. In the West, we say the Kansas City Chiefs. Now let's take a trip to the South Side, South Side. Be Live, we got AFC South. Is it a toss up or can there be a clear cut winner?
This one is just ugly.
Mm.
I mean, so you look at let's start at the quarterback position.
Mm.
I mean, the Indianapolis Colts is Anthony Richardson versus Daniel Jones. They haven't even. I don't even think they've named a clear cut starter.
No.
So that's a hot mess. The Houston Texans, of course, they've got C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud took a really bad step back last year. Now, do we just say that's a sophomore slump and he rebounds from that? The jury is out with that. I think he still has the weapons and the capabilities to be great. When it comes to the Tennessee Titans, this is the quietest number one draft pick I've ever heard in the history of the NFL. Nobody's talking about Cam Ward, but I've seen this little bit that I've seen. He's just doing exactly what he's been doing his entire career. Is that going to make him a superstar this year? Is that going to shock the world a little bit? I don't think so. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the hype, the talk, is this has to be the year.
Has to be.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely has to be the year that they emerge. Like the division is not strong. Trevor Lawrence, you've got the paycheck. You've got the weapons. Like, there's no excuses at this point in time when it comes to Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to pick them to win the division. I think Houston's going to be right up there. Houston could easily win this division over Jacksonville. But I'm going to pick the Jacksonville Jaguars. And because basically I'm hedging all bets. This has to be it. Because this right now will determine real talk, and you know how much I'm a diehard Clemson Tiger fan. This is literally boom or bust for Trevor Lawrence. If he does not emerge this year, he will be forever be known as a bust in the NFL. And I don't think there's any there's any other way to look at it.
Can you tell me the name of the head coach?
Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Duval.
The only reason I can tell you that you're correct is because I looked it up because I had no idea who it was. I remembered that press conference, but I could not think of this man's name. It's a good call.
Yeah,
Liam Cohen.
After that damn press conference, he got to win and win now. But if not,
but the thing about this is that outside of that press conference, from everything I've gathered, the man is an offensive genius. Where was he at last year?
Tampa Bay.
Okay, that he was he's behind, him and Dave Canales both are part of Tampa Bay's resurgence. Like the man knows football. He may not be able to he may not have the charisma that we want him to have, but well, outside of that, I think all these are the pieces that needed to be in place for really any good quarterback in the NFL to make some things happen. You've got weapons. You got a two-headed beast in running back position that both can play in between the tackles and step outside and catch the ball. You got three dynamic wide receivers, up and coming young talent, and then exactly with Travis Hunter, what exactly will he add? He is all eyes are on Travis Hunter, and this is the time. This is it. Their defense, who knows? But I think their offensive firepower should be able to overcome that. Will they win the Super Bowl? Absolutely not. But this has to be the year that they take the division and do some damage. This has to be it.
Gotcha. Scotty D, what say you?
Yeah, this is the one that I've been on the fence about between the Jaguars and Texans. But I keep every year I'm like, I think this could be the year for the Jaguars. I keep waiting for them to take that next step ever since Trevor Lawrence got there. This got to be the year, be live, like you said, because this coach isn't such an offensive-minded coach. If somebody's going to get Trevor Lawrence to go to the next level, it's got to be this guy. Having said that, I don't trust him, so I'll go Texans. I don't trust the Texans either. Yeah, I think this is going to be the number 4 division winner. This is going to be the one that could win this division with 9 wins out of all the divisions in the AFC. 9 wins might be good enough to win it, or it's 10-7. Either way, I think this will be the 4th seed.
I agree with you.
But I'm going to go with the Texans just because the Jaguars have proved me wrong before.
Yeah, I'm a roll with the Texans as well too. I don't gamble, but if I did, I wouldn't pick the Jaguars. Just like you guys, said, it's a boom or bust year for Trevor Lawrence, and so you got the weapons, you got the coach. So let's see if you get this thing done. All right.
But I also feel like there's been I'm not hearing anything about Jacksonville.
Nothing.
How do I know that they have Travis Hunter and he was going to play 2 ways? I'm not really hearing anything else about if I should expect them to be good this year, because they might very well be better than 9-8, and this could be a big turnaround year for them. I agree with B. I don't know. I don't trust it yet. So I'm just not hearing anything. It's because all the microphones are in Jarrah's face asking about Micah Parsons. I'm not hearing anything about Jacksonville.
Well, if you ain't hearing nothing about Jacksonville, you must not be watching the right television. I'm messing with you. There really hasn't been a lot of talk outside of Jacksonville camp, but there's a couple things that I've just that have jumped on the screen for me. A 70-yard field goal.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they got a kicker. We know they got a kicking game.
And guess what? I just had a fantasy football draft yesterday. Guess who my kicker is?
Cam Little.
Yeah, I had to. Because he wasn't even on the. We had the printout sheets, the ESPN sheets of all the different player positions, whatever. He wasn't even on the sheet. I say, you know what? I'm gonna write him in.
Yeah,
Cam Little. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need all them 5-point field goals.
Get to your own 40-yard line. You're in field goal range.
Yes, go. Absolutely.
I see Coach Cole now. Cam, just get us to the 40. All right, just get us to the 40.
Yeah.
No, Trevor, just get us to the 40. Cam, start warming up. Yeah, we about to go win the game right now. Wow.
Can,
Seven,
can, you,
seven.
can you imagine missing missing a 70-yard field goal, and so the opposing team has the ball on their own?
And they kick a field goal attempt,
Right.
two field goal attempts back to back.
Right, because
Yeah.
they're in field goal. They're in field goal range because that's wild.
That's crazy.
That's one of the things where if we put you in, your ass got to make it. All right. All right. So moving right along to the final division I'm familiar with only by proximity because it's right down the road for me. The AFC North. Cincinnati Bengals.
You're going with the hype machine.
I like what I see in Cincinnati. I mean, like we said last week, Be Live. When we said that, because we all in agreement that Joe Burrow has the potential if he's upright and healthy, and if his line does what they're supposed to do, he could possibly win the MVP award. I just don't see. I mean, Baltimore. I was gonna say Baltimore was like but Baltimore kind of goes through that. They ebb and flow during the season. Cleveland just named Joe Flacco as a starting quarterback, the world's worst kept secret. And in Pittsburgh,
I still predict he's hurt before opening day, and it's Kenny Pickett.
I'll be damned. and Pittsburgh, I don't. Pittsburgh, they're improved, but for them, it's wait and see. Because you remember one time they came out 10-0, and you saw what happened after that. Yeah, they ran it down the leg.
2020.
Yeah, they ran it down the leg, and so that's that. So that being said, I'll go ahead and pick the Cincinnati Bengals because it's talent, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Scotty D, what say you?
I was thinking the same thing, but I'm still not convinced that the Bengals team organization has ever really given Joe Burrow the proper offensive line. He has tools, and he has carried them. Last year, they get off to a terrible start. And again, they got to not do that this year. They cannot get off to another horrible September. They have to get out of the gate this year. But I think it's all on Joe Burrow. And I think he is going to be the MVP this year. And I think that he's going to carry them all the way to a wild card berth because I think there is no contractual distractions on Lamar Jackson. No. He's going to be focused. That team was a Hall of Fame tight end dropping a pass away from advancing to the championship game last year. This is going to be a team on a mission. I still love their head coach. So I'm going with the Ravens to win the division, even though I do like the Bengals a lot, but I just don't trust the Bengals offensive line, and I'm not sold on their defense. I could see them getting into the playoffs and making noise being a tough out, but over the stretch of 17 games, you're asking a lot of Joe Burrow to carry a team that's not going to block very well for him. Be live, who you got?
Man, I got a question. I got a question because preseason the hype machine is in full gear. We watch it, we see it, we listen to it, and we even spoke on it when we talking about Joe Burrow being the MVP. I was thinking a little bit earlier today though when it comes to the topic that we're talking about. What exactly did Cincinnati improve on from last year?
Sign T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did
they add a piece? Did they add a piece that I'm not aware of? Did they didn't sign their defensive players. They paid their own wide receivers. And they're basically saying, hey, this core, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, we need y'all to do everything for us. That makes for good MVP numbers.
Right.
Does that actually mean a good enough football team to win games and win divisions and stuff like that?
They could probably have to win a lot of 38-31 type of games.
So that's where I'm like, I'm hyped. I'm with it. I'm with it. Joe Burrow maybe staying healthy, and the wide receivers are happy. They stay healthy. They're gonna be dangerous. I just don't think they've done enough to do anything outside of make it a wild card. Baltimore is still the cream of the crop. Now, when you said ebb and flow, I'm like, Baltimore is going to get you 13, 14 wins during the regular season. It's the postseason that they got to worry about.
Yeah, but sometimes Baltimore can they can have that little lull. You know what I'm saying?
Baltimore will. I'll give you this. I'll give you this. Baltimore will lose a game they're supposed to win, without question. They're going to give you at least one or two of those. They're going to lose a game they had no business losing, and you're just over here like, how? What y'all doing? But now Baltimore is the cream of the crop. I have them winning the division. Have the Bengals making the wild card. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. I wish he would just go on to the pasture. The old Yeller, just take him to the backyard. Pow. And then when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, oh dear sweet mother of God, just Eddie, just. I mean, they might need some mental health counseling after this year.
Can't do nothing for them. Nope.
It's,
I'm like Mike Singletary. Mike Singletary can't win with them.
can't do nothing.
Okay, let me throw this question out there. Let me throw. Instead of naming who we think is going to be the conference champion in the AFC, let's hold that off till next week and we'll do a Super Bowl pick. But let me ask you this. Who will be the worst team in the AFC? Is it Cleveland, Eddie?
Yes. So if you're looking at the AFC in totality, Cleveland will probably be last in the conference. Yeah, they'll probably be last in the conference, followed by the Colts, followed by the Raiders.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of a toss-up after that.
Who do you have, B-Live, worst team in the AFC this year?
See, here's the thing. I think better of the Colts than that.
I don't. I got the Colts as the worst.
Well, here's the thing. The Colts were 8-9 last year.
They were.
Without Anthony Richardson. So it's like one of those things where how worse did they actually get?
So if he's back, he might drag them down to 3 wins.
Just saying.
Who played quarterback for them last year? It wasn't him. He was hurt, right?
Yeah, he was hurt.
Was it Flacco? I think they signed. Didn't they sign Flacco last year?
Flacco was with the Browns last year too, wasn't he?
No.
I couldn't tell you nothing. But I don't think the Colts are as bad as. I mean, here's I'm gonna look at last year and what happened last year. The Browns are absolutely the worst team in the AFC. That's without question. It's just it ain't happening. I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders were 4-13. Now they got Geno Smith and they got Pete Carroll coaching. You think they're going to improve?
Not much.
Not much, but
I don't think so.
Tennessee Titans went 3-14, and now they're starting a rookie quarterback. That's going to be a little rough.
Yeah.
You look at the Patriots 4-13, but they really believe in Drake May.
I think the Patriots are going to be improved too. I think they're going to get better.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars were 4-13. Like they have to.
Yeah. Well, and we can't let the Jets off the hook.
You're right. You're right.
They'll get Justin Fields and he's already hurt. New head coach. I mean,
but no, it's the Browns. We ain't got time to discuss any of this.
All right, you two going Browns. I'm going Colts. I'm going Colts.
You're going to Colts.
I'm going Colts. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So
all right. So and over the course of this conversation, B-Live, I think that you and I both chose the same wild card participants. I got the Chargers, Bengals, and Broncos in that order. I think you have the same 3 teams.
Yeah.
Eddie, how about you? Who's your wild cards?
I'm gonna roll with y'all too, man.
Well, you got the Bengals winning the division, so they can't be in the wild card.
Okay, so Baltimore will clinch a playoff spot. It won't be a wild card, but they'll clinch a playoff spot.
I mean, if they clinch a playoff spot, that's a wild card.
Yeah.
How in the how the hell does the order go? So you got your 1, 2, you got your 4 division. So it's 4 division winners,
3 wild card. That's
3 wild cards.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because I'm thinking like here, somebody gets an automatic playoff spot. I don't know, but yeah, I'm telling you what, it's.
So you're going Ravens, Chargers, and Broncos.
Yes. Yes,
All right.
appreciate it.
We're all
tremendous.
pretty much sold on the AFC West end as being the best division this year. If we're all picking 3 teams out of that division to go to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And none of us are counting on Aaron Rodgers to get the Steelers across the finish line.
Nope.
MF for what?
let me put it to you this way. I don't think I've actually openly rooted against somebody to succeed. I like certain teams when they're not that good, i.e., I'm Dallas Cowboys, but I'm actively rooting against Aaron Rodgers. I really just want him to just go and lay that, go somewhere and how the country folks that go somewhere and sat down
somewhere.
So sat down, just let it go. Like the past few years of covering Aaron Rodgers, MF for what? Like he just said, for who and why?
Yeah.
And then Pat McAfee giving him a whole day on his pocket, man. No,
he's deserved it, like he earned it or something.
Like I am anti Aaron Rodgers. I'm tired. I'm glad that I haven't heard much from him about him.
Yeah.
So I may alienate some of the listeners on the program that reside in the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah.
I'm telling you exactly how I feel with it. Bump Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
I said it with my whole chest out.
Yeah. All right, fellas, real quick. I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in there real quick because we got a handful of minutes before we go to our next segment. We're talking about rookies in our favorite portion of the show, Choice of the Voices. But, fellas, real quick. Who do you think has a shot at winning the 2025 NFL Comeback Player of the Year award?
Comeback player.
Yeah. So you talking about somebody that had a crappy 2024, but resurgence in 2025. Well, I mean my answer would be exactly what I talked about earlier. It would be Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Like, I think that he has a chance. I think what they're doing in Jacksonville, like I again, that hype machine. I feel like what's this wide receiver one, Brian
BTJ.
Yeah, Brian Thomas. Yeah, Brian.
Yep.
I think that he has one of those breakout years. I think Travis Hunter adds something to the team. Like do I see him getting over 1,000 receiving yards? I don't know, but I just think that it does spread it out a little bit more. And I think if I'm not mistaken, it was Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have elements, and with Liam Cohen running that team and everything, I think that offense can put up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how they do on the defensive side of the ball remains to be seen. Again, that's not the question. You asked for comeback player of the year. Mm-hmm. I think Trevor Lawrence has the ability to do so and make some things happen as opposed to being 4-13 last year. Trevor Lawrence, yes, sir.
Scotty D, what say you? Comeback player of the year. Who do you think could win it all in 2025?
Dak.
Saw that coming a mile away. A whole mile away.
No, you didn't. He lied.
I did see it from a mile away.
Scotty D.
He lied?
Dak. You fix your face with the bold face. I need you to fix your face with that bold face lie.
All caps, bold face, you say?
Bold face.
Dak.
You really believe so with CD and what that boy name?
Pickens.
George Pickens. You think
Dak was out after 7 games last year, so he's going to be a player that comes back. So he's a candidate right there already, and there's a good chance that the Cowboys will be behind in a lot of games. So Dak will be throwing those empty calorie yards again and racking up numbers. So Dak.
Yeah. Well, of course, you know me. I play the defense. I'm a defensive guy. I'm going to say Aiden Hutchinson because he was on pace to have a pretty good year last year. His year was cut short, but I think Aiden comes back and does some damage this season. So yeah, I went defense. I went defensive side of the ball. So yeah, man, he has that ability to be a disruptor in the opposing backfield and make some noise. I mean, at the time when he got hurt, I think he got hurt against Dallas, right?
Who are we talking about? Aiden Hutchinson?
Yeah, I think he got hurt against.
I don't remember. I don't
I think
remember.
I think it was
Trevor Lawrence got hurt beginning of December against Texans, so he qualifies too. But yeah, that is a good answer though, Aiden Hutchinson, because that left the Lions in a little bit of disarray when he got hurt.
yeah. Yeah.
Does JJ McCarthy count as a comeback player?
No, the boy ain't step on the field.
My question now that actually poses the question: does he qualify for Rookie of the Year?
Good question. That's a good question.
He's not a rookie. He's actually not a rookie.
Chat, let us know what y'all think out in the chat box. Let us know what y'all think. But with that being said, fellas,
it was the Cowboys for Hutchinson.
Yes, I've been watching that game. Yeah, because right before he got hurt, he was on pace to be a front runner for the Defensive Player of the Year, and he had 7.5 sacks in just 5 games. So he probably would have finished the season. He may have would have flirted with 20. Hell, I don't know. He may have not. But with that being said, looking at my phone, because I have yet to get my watch fixed, fellas, guess what time it is?
Oh, what time it is for Google AI is saying that JJ McCarthy is still considered a rookie in the 2025 season. But yeah, also, what time is it? What's going on?
They're doing that stuff that baseball does. Oh, I'm glad you asked. This time, once again, for our favorite portion of the show, the choices of the voices. With that being said, hey, old button, hit it. Choices of the voices coming at you right here on your favorite sports podcast, the Sports Bros Podcast. Stick stay. Don't you dare go.
Don't go away. Yeah, don't go away.
There you go. Hey, man.
And now, our favorite part of the show, the choices of the voices. And now, our favorite part of the show, the choices of the voices.
Again, thank you to the wonderful and
Ever so lovely Miss Button.
for introducing our favorite portion of the show, the choices of the voices. Man, y'all know how we do it. We ask you a question, you give us an answer, and depending on your response, we'll read it right here on the Sports Bros podcast. And if the answer don't allow the question, to the sin bin you go. With that being said, Scotty D, what's on tap for this week's choices of the voices?
Well, I sent this one in the mail, and you guys opened the envelope and read it last week. What NFL rookie are you most looking forward to watching this year? Who has you interested, and why? And Eddie Cool, we had a few answers.
We got
what
that
did the people say
via carrier pigeon, Scotty D. And you got to make sure the company that you use to send the carrier pigeon, they got to feed that bird, man. They got to feed that bird, all right? Yeah,
We'll
he
try
got
to
here
do
and he
better.
wouldn't leave. I'm like, hey, don't you got some friends to go see or something? Don't you got some to go do or something? All right, so let's go ahead and hop into it, shall we? The best name in the game, JoJo Comfort, he says the Colts drafted a young man running back by the name of DJ Giddens in the 5th round. He grew up in our town of Junction City, Kansas, and went to play college football at Kansas State University in Manhattan, Kansas, a 15 to 20-minute drive from JC, from Junction City. He said, I know his mother, and he's raised to be honest, humble, and hardworking, and good to those around him. I'm pulling for him to have success in his NFL career. You've got a lot of people pulling for you, number 21. So, JoJo Comfort, he's going with DJ Giddens, a RB out of KC State. All right.
Well, it's going to be, that gives me somebody else to keep my eye on now as I watch the Colts flounder to the worst record in the AFC this year.
Oh boy, don't do the best name in the game like that.
But yeah, I mean,
right.
you gotta go with the home kid. You gotta go with the home kid, and that's a well thought out answer.
Yeah, I know. I'm rooting for him.
Excuse
me.
I'm
stuck up. I'm rooting.
Wait a minute.
The disrespect.
That was not disrespect. That's age. That's my age. I'm an old guy, and I didn't have an afternoon nap yet today.
Guys, you remember the days we used to record after Monday Night Raw? You remember those days? Or early in the morning?
God, late night, midnight. What were we doing?
I don't know.
We were trying to record a podcast after I done had a couple drinks in between. Yeah.
That's weekly.
Oh, cut it out, Scotty D. You gonna stop that. Stall him out, Scotty D. Stall him out. Don't.
I'm gonna have drinks after the show.
Yeah.
Well, who didn't know that?
Oh boy.
God,
all right.
Lee, you're gonna hear this podcast and I'm trying to get my license back.
Monday's the second day of the week. We can't wait till the 3rd to start drinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Almighty Be Live, aka Brian Livingston, has been on his best behavior. He is all good, well, fine, and dandy. My name is Eddie Cool, and I approved his message. All right, moving right along. We got
never go get my life together.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. As long as I'm around, as long as we're around, or you gonna get your life together. You got no choice. All right. Brett Gombita. Did I pronounce it right, Scotty D? Is it Gombita?
Yep.
All right.
Gombita. Yep. Brett Gombita.
Brett Gombita. He says Tyler Warren. Want to see if the Colts can use him the same way as Penn State did last year.
I guess we're gonna have to watch the Colts.
It's 2 for the Colts so far.
I am interested to see if Tyler Warren can catch some balls. He was a stud at Penn State.
Oh yeah, he was that dude, man. They played Arizona State, and I was like, who is this number 44? And it was Tyler Warren.
He's nice.
Yeah,
I trust whoever's throwing him the ball, but he's a very good tight end, and I like whenever it comes to fantasy reasons, I like young tight ends. If I'm not going to get like the top 3 tight ends, I like those rookie tight ends that are, because they tend to be the safety blanket for newer QBs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember the impact I like the tight ends that are getting the ball from a rookie QB, because you got to look back even Cam Newton, like when they added Greg Olson to the Panthers. Cam Newton, oh my God, like his stock rose exponentially because of that safety blanket. That tight end get you that route about 5 to 10 yards right there. Big body, somebody right there. And
yeah,
so,
I like catching balls from Cam Newton.
Oh,
He was a good quarterback.
Greg Olsen.
shit.
I knew if I ran my route, Cam would get me the football.
Oh,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Olsen has joined us on the SportsBros podcast. Greg, how you doing today, sir? How you doing, Greg?
I'm feeling really good. Yeah.
I tell you what, the gift that keeps on giving, none other than the money man, Scotty D.
Isn't Greg Olsen Hall of Fame eligible coming in next season?
Yeah. What's the next answer, Eddie Cool? What's the next person to answer?
Yeah, if anybody knows about Greg Olsen, it's Greg Olsen. All right, so here we go. Matter of fact, I'm looking at Brett's picture on YouTube. Is that bow tie? Is that bow tie, Scotty D?
No.
Oh, man.
No, Brett's a young guy. He was actually graduated from Trinity and was a classmate of mine at Waynesburg University.
Wow, a couple years ago. Man, look how time flies by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right, Corey Logren.
A draft board.
Yeah.
You're gonna be if you were still there, I was gonna grab you.
In the queue. You have them queued up.
God, I was trying to, and I'm leaking out some of my fantasy football secrets because our draft is coming up in a about a week and a half from now?
Yeah, we got the next. Mm-hmm. We got the next.
We do? We have one?
So, yeah.
When is that?
We got the next, Scotty. Week after next. So week from today.
A week from it's next Monday.
Yeah, week from today. Not yesterday, but from today. All right.
Am I making? Can I make that? All right, good. Keep going.
Oh Lord. All right. All right. So here we go. All right.
How do you just get up from the podcast like that?
He about worse as Ocho Cinco on nightcap. All right. Moving right along. Alice Miller. What's up, Alice? She says, this is a bot. This got to be a bot. Man, this is no real. I'm not reading this.
Here's the thing. If I went through the profile, and this is real. I went through the profile, and it really does look like an actual person. So that's why I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. Just she isn't. I mean, that's her profession, and it seems the answers start out. It doesn't actually give an answer.
No, that's a fake person. Look at her.
That's a bot, bro. That's a whole bot. That's a catfish.
With 3 years of Facebook history, I'm telling you, I scrubbed it. I'm telling you, I don't want us to say it's AI and it not be AI. We have a new fan that we just didn't acknowledge. If we're growing, we want to grow. I'm just saying.
I'll read Alice's answer, okay? Allison said, as a surgeon, I pay extra attention to physical fitness, recovery, and mental toughness, which also happens to be key factors in the ability of NFL rookies to adapt to the intensity of their profession. Dr. Miller, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
That's a fake person. She's beautiful. She ain't messing around taking her time with us.
Get selling yourself.
Look at the three of us. You think this girl is she's on a scale of 1 to 10. She busts the scale and she's got a stethoscope in her pocket. That's not real. Get me out of here, Eddie Cole.
I scrubbed this. I'm just saying.
Okay, I tell you what. If you're real, call me.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Or leave us or reply on next week's Choices of the Voices. Since you're
yeah.
All right.
That's not real.
Come on, man.
So the good brother Marcus James.
We can talk about it off the show at least. You just say that screw it. For new fans out there, if you look like a bot, I don't know what to tell you. I would hope that you would actually answer the question so we don't we sort of give you the benefit of the doubt. So yes, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have put the answer on here if I didn't do just a research.
She's not real. She's not real.
If you look at I'm telling you, look at some of her older photos.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're
Thank you.
allowed to have attractive female fans. Is that okay?
I would
Yes, we
encourage
can.
it, but
We encourage it. We
So,
encourage it.
let's not immediately challenge the first one. No, oh my bad, not the first one. We have a few out there.
Oh no! All right. With that being said,
Danny Short, I love you. By the
yeah,
way,
we love you, Danny Short.
Danny, Scott is just I don't know what he's doing over there, but you can make me. No, I can't do it.
All right. So
I
let's.
was about to say I was going to become an Eagles fan. I can't do that at all.
Ain't no way in hell. But I know you smoking something out for real. All right. So Marcus James. All right. He says for fantasy football purposes, I would say that Ashton Genty and Omarion Hampton are very interesting. I can't shake the feeling that Genty gives me Clyde Edwards-Helaire vibes and won't live up to the hype of being some generational running back. And Hampton's situation has worsened, we mentioned earlier, now that Rashawn Slater is done for the season. Will the Chargers O-line still be formidable enough to create holes and lanes for him to maneuver through? And then he also says, I'm being a super homer, but Teterola T-Mac McMillan all day. The guy is going to turn heads. So Marcus gave us a dub doozy, if you will. He picked Teterola McMillan and, well, I'm going to say this. He picked Teterola McMillan and a possible with Ashton Genty. He made some real valid points there. That he did.
I mean, click on Corey's picture. He's real.
Oh boy! All right, move right on.
Just look at him.
Ashton Genty. Have you already seen
click
him?
On JoJo Comfort. He's real.
Truck stick. Did you see Ashton Genty truck stick on the Kansas City defender? Like, welcome to the NFL, my dude. Because great day. Yeah. And then on the other side, what was it? The Giants draft pick was Abdul Carter.
Yeah,
getting thrown.
Getting slung. No, he got slung.
That is the truest definition of pancake. Like, you, not only did you get thrown to the ground a second and a third time, then the guy said, you know what? Right on top of. I was like, great day.
Yeah.
I need you to hit the weight room. My guy.
Yeah. You can't be 6'5" and 240 in the NFL. That's no. Some 245 is the kicker's warm-up set. But anyways, all right. With that being said, we got Josh Baker. He says Cam Ward. How the top pick doesn't get nearly the coverage as others is wild because everybody's fixated on Shador and Jackson Dart. But anyways, the dude came from a better program, won more games, and is coming into an arguably better team than any other QBs. Timeout, bruh.
Yeah, he said it.
Okay,
arguably better team. That's
debatable, bro.
That's not debatable. He's not.
Yeah,
that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna give Max the slightest benefit of the doubt here. By name, it may sound right. The Tennessee Titans by name may sound like they're not a slumping team, but this team was terrible.
Yeah,
last year. There's a reason why they got the number 1 draft pick, my guy.
Yeah.
So arguably better team. No. Now, granted, 2 of your rookie quarterbacks went to the same team, which is absolutely terrible. So by comparison, but yeah. It's good. You know what? Now that I think about it, now I'm looking at the rookie QBs that came into question. They went to the Tennessee Titans, the worst team in the NFL last year, the Cleveland Browns, which is going to be the worst team in the NFL this year, and the New York Football Giants. They're going to be just a little bit better just because of Russell Wilson. But yeah, that wasn't the best situation either. But you do have a Malik Neighbors on that team. The Giants will be considerably better. We'll talk about them next week when it comes to our NFC predictions. Yes, sir.
With Cam Scatterbo. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last but not least, we got AD series. He says Emeka Egbuka. He joins a solid wide receiver core in Tampa, and also Travis Hunter. Will he play both ways? Be Live, I saw a catch that Egbuka made, and I was like, oh boy, we got to see him twice a year for the next 6 years.
I'm not overly excited about that, especially with our defensive situationals. You know what? can we just stay healthy on defense?
That's all I want.
Because I understand there's not too much you could really do with the patchwork defense that we had last year, especially when everybody's hurt. But yet, I mean, can we look like we are earning somewhat of our paycheck and stop sending off our defensive strong suits like Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu, freaking this? Come on, this can we keep something and stop trusting game chickens on our defensive side of the ball? Well, I mean, we have to with
Oh, hey, look,
Wanham and
oh,
J.C. Horn.
I don't see no Tigers on the defensive side of the ball doing anything or saying anything or making any noise. I don't. Where they at? I don't see none of them.
I'm gonna need Christian Wilkins to get his life together.
Stop being silly and stop doing splits and stop kissing teammates. They don't like that, son. Stop.
Right.
You gotta quit.
I mean, Dexter Lawrence is still doing his thing. He's still doing his thing. AJ Terrell's still doing his thing in Atlanta. And then we got a few studs there, but Carolina Panthers, can we just all right, 2020, can we draft the Tiger? Like this has to be the year to do it. We've got studs.
What are you talking about? What are you
mind your business?
I'm completely lost. Let's start.
I'm pleading to my team to draft the Clemson Tiger. Okay. I know we went off on a complete tangent.
Yeah, I was like, what in the blue hell are you even rambling about?
I gotta be blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SportsBros podcast, where from time to time we go off the rails, but we Amtrak it each and every single time. Scotty D, first of all, shout out to everybody for their participation in this week's Choices of the Voices. JoJo Comfort, Brett Gambita, Corey, Alice Miller, Marcus, Josh Baker, and AD Series for their participation in this week's Choices of the Voices. Scotty D, Rookie of the Year, what say you, sir?
Oh, I'm still ready to ask next week's question. We haven't even gotten our part yet. I'm interested to see, obviously, how the Travis Hunter thing works out. I'm very interested to see how Cam Ward plays with Tennessee, just because, like you said earlier, B, this guy isn't. We're not hearing much about him. A lot of attention is going to Shedeur Sanders and all those Cleveland. Cleveland got like 10 rookie quarterbacks. They're getting some attention. And Jackson Dart's getting some attention. He's intriguing to me, but I really Cam Ward, because I'm rooting for this kid. I want to see him do well because I think he's a classy young individual. I liked how he presented himself as the number one pick in the draft, and he seemed to have a little certain professionalism and humility. And I'm not a Tennessee hater. You know, I don't hate that team. So I'm rooting for Cam Ward. Very interested to see if he's worthy of that top billing. Be live. What you got?
For me, I'm two homer picks. First, my Clemson Tigers. Can my dude Phil Maffa make the Dallas Cowboys squad? Right. Here's the thing now, as the latest depth chart has him, he's tied for fourth, which usually doesn't. I mean, usually most teams keep four running backs. Some usually it's 3 to 4, 4 to 5. So how many running backs are the Cowboys going to keep? And can Phil Maffa make enough noise in the Dallas Cowboys organization? With the Cowboys organization making the most noise, can he just try to get within the noise, the good noise of the Dallas Cowboys organization? And I'm of course you see it on the chest. You see the Carolina Panthers, Ted McMillan. I think that he is that dynamic wide receiver, one of we haven't seen since the likes of Mushin Muhammad. Like we thought we had that when it came to Kelvin Benjamin and Devin Funches, the tall wide receivers that could go get it and just
Brandon LaFell,
Mingo,
it's Terrace Marshall.
Can we finally land on
Robbie Saturn, or what was the guy's name? Robbie Football, or what's his name?
That's Robbie Chosen.
Robbie Chosen. And Robbie Chosen.
Oh, Lord. Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
His mama name him Robbie. I'm gonna call him Robbie.
Robbie Anderson. Yeah, chosen. Yeah,
Chosen. But yeah.
Get rich, get a little bit of money when to change your name. Go ahead, be loud. I'm sorry.
Ted, you good with it. Ted McMillan, just come on, man. This is the hype machine is in full force. We're feeling a little bit of optimism in Carolina. Can they deliver? Can we at least be over 500, 9-8, maybe? All right. There it is.
I'm gonna say Tyler Warren, fellas. It's not the sexy pick, but I'm gonna say Tyler Warren, man. Tyler Warren might be, I don't think he'll be Brock Bowers, dominant his first year, but I think Tyler Warren will make some noise. I just somebody to do like I'm telling you, man, he just catch high points that ball, man. Got two defenders on him, big strong dude. Give me that football and he'll bring it down damn near each and every time. But like you said, be live, who's gonna throw on the ball? Did he have enough chemistry with either Danny Dimes or Anthony Richardson? We shall see. All right. With that being said, that does it for another episode. Another additional choice of the voices. But before we go, Scotty D, what's on tap for next week?
Who is your all-time favorite Monday Night Football announced team? That'll give us something to talk about next week.
Dennis Miller and no, I'm joking. No, hell no. Yeah.
There have been many combinations. You can review those. I think Wikipedia may have a listing of all of them, but it's about that time for Monday Night Football to start.
You know what? Since AI is so damn smart, AI, how about you create Howard Cosell just for one night? This is Howard Cosell, and welcome to Monday Night Football. I don't know who this jabroni is beside me, but this is Howard Cosell. All right, with that being said, that does it for another edition of Choices of the Voices. Be live. Grab that pepper grinder and roll that graphic. It's time for a round of pepper. Right
we
here.
have graphics?
Yeah, we
sure
do. Yeah, we got graphics. Man, we been had graphics. All right, be live. Go ahead and get it.
Have to start watching us.
Yeah. You should.
Okay, boys, let's bring it home with a round of pepper.
All right, you heard the woman. It's time for us to go home and get what I call the hell up out of here. Actually, when you're watching the live, you don't hear the woman, but when you go listen to the audio, you hear a woman, aka Miss Button. She's all over the podcast, Time for us to go home and get the hell up out of here. But before we go, a round of pepper. You know how we do it. 3 topics, rapid fire style, kind of sort of not really here to engage, enlighten, educate, and entertain. The 4 E's in no particular order, all right? And with that being said, I'll go first. Be live. Guess what happened in 1915?
A lot of things.
All right. It involves our beloved Atlanta Braves, all right? Braves Field open in Boston, all right? And guess what? The Boston Braves beat the St. Louis Cardinals 3-1. They open up the field, and what do? You get your first dub of the season. Over to you, Scotty D.
Braves pretty much open up a new field, a new stadium every 5 years anyway. So that's all right.
Must be nice to have that kind of money. Damn.
Yeah. My first pepper point is about Khamzat Chimaev. That's right. The UFC fighter dominated Dricus du Plessis with a unanimous decision to win the middleweight championship on Saturday night. Chimaev was won one of the most lopsided fights in UFC championship history. All 3 judges scored it 50-44, and he set a record for the most total strikes landed. Listen to this number: 529-45.
I saw that graphic.
You would think he pounded him and knocked him into submission, but he didn't even hurt him. It went 5 rounds. He just laid on him, and it was a boring, terrible fight. He had 21 minutes of ground control in a 25-minute fight. Just laid him and hit little tiny shots. Didn't come close to knocking him out or put him to sleep or any of that. Chimaev, this is a guy who debuted in July of 2020. He had COVID and some visa issues, and I predicted 3 years ago that this guy was going to be a champion, and it took a lot longer than I expected. Now that he's here, I'm bored to tears with him already. So the next time Chimaev fights, and by the way, he's an obnoxious kind of a-hole, But the next time he fights, I am betting on him and going to bed. Be Live, over to you.
Oh, man.
You said bet on the going to bed. That's funny, Scott. That's funny.
My first pepper point, because we didn't talk much about it because there's really not much to talk about, but the time is almost among us when it comes to college football. And preseason AP, the Associated Press poll, is out, and they have Texas at number one. They're believing Arch Manning. They are believing the hype. You know who doesn't believe the hype when it comes to Texas and Arch Manning?
Who does?
Vegas.
Because Texas is the first preseason AP number one team to be a week one underdog since 1978. They have Texas as an underdog facing off against Ohio State for week one, game one.
They're number three.
I believe they're number three. I believe they put Penn State number two.
Too. Yeah, I think
It's Drew Alar for Penn State. And I think Ohio State just announced either today or yesterday that they're going with a redshirt freshman
as their starting quarterback.
I believe I saw it. I just don't have it in front of me because the Ohio State does not get to live rent free in my head, so I don't do that much research. All right. Or do I, because I hate on them that much? The Eddie Cool. The ball.
I like how he did that. The Eddie Cool. All right, so here we go. All right, fellas, a little bit of baseball history happened on This Day in History back in 1965. We all know Hank Aaron, right?
Yep.
The Hammer.
Yep. Yeah, the Hammer. So he finished with 700 and what did he finish with?
55.
Okay. So just imagine. It would have been 756 only if on This Day in History he lost a home run. You want to know why he lost a home run?
Tell me.
Because he wasn't in the batter's box when he hit the doggone home run, and they took it from him.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So it would have been 756 or 756. A little wink, nod to Lower South Carolina. It would have been 756, but it's at 755 because when he hit that home run, yeah, you went in the box, bro. So 755 it is. So kids, if you paid attention, stay in the box. All right, stay in the batter's box and just be mindful. Let's be mindful. Over to you, Scotty D.
All right. So what was I going to say to you guys? Oh yeah.
Oh no.
ESPN bought the NFL Network. They acquired them, an acquisition, if you will. They acquired them. I think they get Red Zone now, right? ESPN's getting Red Zone.
ESPN is getting every damn thing.
They're getting rid of UFC. That ends in December. UFC is going to Paramount to the tune of 7 years, 1.1 billion per year for that. So maybe this fighter will start getting a little bit paid. But Rich Eisen has worked for NFL Network for 20 years. He was part of ESPN before. Now he's coming back to the family. He's going to be hosting Monday Night Football as the anchor on Monday nights, and he's also going to do some Sports Center. So Rich Eisen, it's like an old friend coming back home to ESPN. I think that's kind of nice. No, I'm not a super big ESPN fan these days, much like I used to be, but maybe getting Rich Eisen back will be a little salve on the wound because I like Rich Eisen. Over to you, B Live.
I can't tell you the last time I watched ESPN. I always remember Rich Eisen for saying he got it.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Eddie Cool. ESPN is not on my radar, and I'm definitely not spending $30 a month for some WWE premium live events. Not happening.
Stop playing games, Joe.
And Stephen A. Smith, just stay away from the NFL. Just stick to the other stuff. But I mean, you can pick on the Cowboys, but that's about it. All right, cool. My second pepper point, we're going to stick with college football. In the tune of, we're going to talk about the Pac-10. No, my bad. The Pac-12. No, that's not them either. The Pac-2. Well, here's the thing with the Pac. They're still considered the Pac-12. And in 2026, the Pac-12 will have 8 football teams. In 2026, where they'll have Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State, Texas State, and Utah State will all join the Pac-12 in football, along with the two current members, Oregon State and Washington State. Now, here's the thing. It's not 2026 yet. 2025 is just the Pac-2. And because of that, because of the conference realignment, the Oregon State Beavers and the Washington State Cougars will be playing each other twice this year in a home series. And the likes that has not happened. And you know what? I haven't done that much research. Have you ever heard of two football teams playing each other twice during the regular season? You have not. Eddie Cool, the ball.
That's crazy. So all the state schools will be in the Pac-12.
Yep.
They might as well call that Pac-12 state conference. Anyways, I'm delirious. All right. My final pepper point on this day in history back in 2021. Our favorite guy, Ohtani Shohei, becomes the fastest player in Major League history to reach 40 home runs in a season, and also pitches 8 innings in a 3-1 win at Detroit. Some people say we're going through Ohtani fatigue. I guess you can say that, but you know what? You can't deny greatness in Shohei Ohtani.
You can't deny greatness, but you can't deny what he has going on off the field, and yet another freaking controversy that I need to look more into. Yeah.
Seems always be something with this guy.
There's something else. I got to look into it more, and I'll report back. Oh, yeah.
All right. Over you, Scotty D.
All right. Well, I'll report back next week, let you know what happens. Tonight, I'm going to Pittsburgh to watch Paul Skeens pitch, but I'm not going with much optimism as the Buccos. If they win tonight, we'll be 20 games under 500.
just 20.
Let's go, Bucks.
Yeah. At least you know that your team sucks. I'm over here with this false optimism because my Braves have won 8 out of the past 10 and only 9.5 games back of the wild card race. They're on the surge right now, and I'm just over here like, well then. All right. But with that being said, you know how I like to do things. It's my third and final pepper point, and
here it come, y'all. Here it come.
You already know how I like to do things, and you know what time it is. So for those that maybe computer savvy, you're not really that computer savvy. It doesn't really matter. You should know about what is called the QWERTY keyboard. It's named for the first 6 letters that you see on the keyboard, QWERTY. And so I look at my keyboard and I look at a couple letters that are a little close to each other, and you think that you wouldn't make that mistake whenever you're typing something out with what is called a lower third. Whenever you're looking at a TV and you see something pop on the graphic, it's called a lower third. Anytime that you're watching a news show, whatnot, you see a lower third, usually introduces as a story or introduces the person that's talking, et cetera, et cetera. So I knew this was going to happen at some point in time in broadcasting, but I thought you would hear it. I didn't think you would see it. But when it comes to the letter S and the letter X, they are pretty close on the keyboard. But you got to really check out your proofreading skills when you're typing out a lower third of graphic. Because I knew it was going to happen, and it did, in the tune of a news station, a Savannah TV station, as opposed to typing out the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons name as Michael Penix Jr., they missed the X and put an S, and his name became Michael Penis.
Oh.
Michael Penis Jr. Come on. I get it. You be moving too fast. I've made typos. But this is something you got to, oh, I need a job in broadcasting. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Please.
Yeah, but then you go and talk about Michael Penis, and maybe Dr. Hot Hot Smoke Show's watching us, and she doesn't want to watch anymore. So use your best behavior.
You called her a bot.
Yeah, she's not real. She's a
Oh,
people that
I'm
respond to the
so-
sports bros don't look like her. They look like you, B Live. You look like a sports bro kind of guy.
Just for our female audience out there, which is
ladies.
slim, just to pay him no mind.
And
You-
in closing,
we invite women of all statures. Danny Short, call me.
do something nice for somebody, and if
Ladies
not,
and gentlemen, thanks for watching and
Treat
listening to the
yourself.
Sports Bros
The
podcast.
rails,
And
greatly
then
appreciate it.
closing, Lord have
Michael
mercy.
Penis Jr.
And then closing, do something nice for yourself. And if you can, do something nice for someone else, which includes proofread the paper. They'll appreciate it now more than ever. Hey, be a blessing, not a burden. This is another episode of your favorite sports podcast, the Sports Bros Podcast. And as always, thank you for watching and listening. Be live, take us home. I'm about to go take a nap.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Penis.
Will you be back next week? We hope you do. But in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and listening to the Sports Bros Podcast. Hey, man, see you next week.